So maybe we will watch it. Okay. Aight. We're gonna check out about this more Kazahana first. We're gonna check out his video first because again, this is in my space. And it's in my space in terms of being both a VTuber and being on Twitch. So I'm interested on this and seeing if this might affect VTubers writ large. Yes, yeah, actually, yeah, I should move over so I'm not blocking him on this one. Yeah, I'll move over here so I'm not blocking him. But yeah, so I'm interested in this. So let's take a look.
Okay, so it seems that there's been a big problem over at Twitch recently, and this is to do with a lot of the viewbotting stuff that we've been talking about on this channel recently, and it's now starting to affect a lot of VTubers as well. Now, recently Tectone actually put out this video talking about this situation with the kind of wider streaming community and just Twitch in general, and it seems like a lot of people have been hit with, you know, viewer reductions, and this is mainly due to a large amount of botting that has been going on over on Twitch, which has been a big problem on the site for many years. Now, obviously, there are many different caveats which we will go into how, you know, obviously Twitch isn't implementing it fully correctly, and a lot of VTubers are not happy about that at all. And also, you know, some VTubers are, you know, actually losing a lot of viewers, including a lot of the big VTubers, which obviously, you know, is a big, well, it's not a big problem. I think that honestly, it's a good thing that a lot of these fake kind of bots are being taken away. But I do have a big problem whenever it comes to a lot of the real viewers that are also being caught in the crossfire and also being taken away, which is affecting mainly smaller streamers because,
yeah, like the lurkers. There are people like there, yeah. And this was a problem that people were concerned about from the very beginning when Twitch was saying like, oh, we're going after the view bots. Is that when they go after the view bots, they're going to go after lurkers as well. And while the problem I think is that they're both booting out the lurkers, and they're also not counting the lurkers as viewers. Like Twitch is only counting people that are continually actively engaged as a viewer in your viewer metrics. Now, for me, that doesn't make a difference in terms of ad revenue because I don't get fuck all for ad revenue in the first place. I get like $0. I think the last umpteen numbers of my streams, I have gotten literally $0 from ad revenue. Okay, so I make nothing off ad revenue. Literally, I make nothing. However, what lurkers do is they just want to sit and watch, and they don't want to actively participate because they like watching the stream. And so what happens is with the lurkers, they add to your view count, and the higher your view count, the higher you get in basically the metrics for displaying my channel for people visiting the Twitch site. So the more views I have, the more people will see me in just like, because I'm obviously in just chatting, the higher I might be in just chatting, so more people might see me. Or if people, use the VTuber tag, the more viewers I have, the higher I might be in the VTuber space of just chatting in terms of exposing my channel to other people who might want to join the channel and say hi and enjoy my content. And if they are basically booting or not counting the lurkers, that affects my channel in that way. It affects it. It reduces the exposure my channel gets to other people that might be interested in what I'm doing, what I have to say, the content that I view, stuff like that. And so that's where this anti-viewbotting thing is affecting streamers in a negative way because they're going after people actually in the channel. They're just not talkative people. Some people, even in a space where they're communicating via text, are quiet, introverted. They don't like to talk in chat. They like to just sit and watch. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I am thrilled if someone wants to come in and just watch my stream and not say a word. I am perfectly happy if somebody wants to do that. The more the merrier. I could have 1,000 people in my chat.
Also, there has been streamers now who ban lurkers for not interacting since the change for some reason.
Hello, Riven, if I were to hazard a guess, and this is only a guess, the streamers who banned lurkers might be because of the fact that it's not positively impacting their metrics. And maybe for some erroneous reason, they're like, well, if you're not going to help my metrics, I don't want you in the chat, because maybe all they are is about the numbers. I don't know. That is a guess. The individual reasons could be very different from what I'm saying. My thought process is, for streamers that ban lurkers, are doing so because they feel like lurkers are not helping their metrics in their channel, and they want that sweet, sweet ad revenue so they can get more people in there, and I don't know. It's a stupid reason, I don't know. Me, I'm fine with lurkers. I could have 1,000 people watching my channel right now, and only 20 people that are active, and thus my channel only looks like it has 20 people. I'm fine with that. If you want to come to my channel, if you just want to lurk and watch and have a fun time and not say anything because you don't feel like talking, by all means, absolutely, welcome in. You don't have to say a word. I'm just happy you're here, and if you're enjoying yourself, that's all I care about. It really is. That's all I care about.
That's what it is affecting. It's affecting smaller streamers. Big streamers, yes, they might go from like 5,000 viewers to like 4,000, maybe 3,500. But at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal unless they, dramatically drop down into like the hundreds or something like that. Then obviously, then it becomes a really big deal. But whenever you're a smaller streamer, say around 50 to 20.
And it's Kazahana. Also, some people lurk and don't chat. Okay, Celestial, good night. Some people don't talk in chat, especially with like some of the chats that are just flowing like fucking crazy. Some people don't chat because the streamer might not be able to keep up with what is being said in chat and doesn't respond back to them, and they might, maybe there's a bit of a pick-me thing there, and so they lurk and just watch because they want that engagement if they're going to chat, and if they don't think they're going to get the engagement with the streamer, they're not going to say anything, which, I mean, to each his own. I understand that. I understand the frustration of, like, wanting to be active in chat but feeling like you're getting ignored. I understand and appreciate how you feel at that. And again, I have no objection if someone, God, I hope you don't feel that way, because I try to engage with you guys as much as possible. Yeah, Fluffy, I get it. I try to engage as much as possible. Sometimes chat's moving fast. Sometimes I'm trying to keep an eye on the videos. And it's a lot different from when I first started, where there was not a lot of chatters that I had to try and keep up with. And some people might feel like they don't want to put themselves out there if their singular message is just going to fly by and the stringer's not going to pay attention to it, and it kind of gives them a hit to their self-esteem. And so they're like, I'm just going to stay quiet and not say anything. I feel bad that people feel that way, because nobody should feel that way. But I also understand, and I get it, and I don't fault anybody for feeling that way either. At all. I don't fault anybody for feeling that way.
A really big deal, but whenever you're a smaller streamer, say around 50 to 20 viewers maybe, and then you drop and it drops by half, maybe even by 3/4, then obviously then it starts to become a big problem for you, because you just lost most of your kind of viewer base, and it can feel pretty terrible as a new VTuber or new creator, even in general, to kind of see that happening. And obviously there's been many people also talking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if this happened to me when I was first starting out, when I was first starting out and I went from having an average of like 30 or 50 viewers, and then the next day my viewership dropped to 10, that would be kind of devastating to me. Because in my eyes, in my mind, if I have a significant drop in viewership like that, the first thing that goes through my head is, what the fuck did I do wrong? I wouldn't think that it's Twitch nuking view bots or anything like that. My first thought is, holy shit, what did I do wrong? how badly have I fucked up that I have lost over half my viewership overnight? And as a streamer, as a VTuber, that would be absolutely devastating. Because I'm thinking I did something wrong, I have no idea what the hell I did, I've gotten no feedback, and how the hell am I going to recover from this if people suddenly hate what I'm doing?
This, including XQC, who has put out a tweet saying Twitter's cracked down on bots in 2 to 3 days, and viewbotters slash victims of viewbotting have been exposed. Streamers are part of groups slash orgs are seemingly being botted much more heavily. I don't want to start witch hunts, but this data is interesting. Go see for yourself. And as you can see here, he shares obviously a lot of not VTubers, a lot of creators and streamers dropping in views dramatically. And there was many cases, which also Tectone went through in this video, including people like Mizkif and stuff, dropping from about 20,000 viewers to around about 6,000 viewers, which is pretty insane. People saying, I've been thinking why orgs bot heavily. Then the answer seemed almost obvious.
Well, Cortanis, yeah, like that's the question. Like people who are allegedly not botting, who is botting them. My guess is that people, I don't have a good answer for you, Cortans. I realistically don't have a good answer because I have never engaged. Obviously, I've never engaged a viewbotting service. I'm not going to engage a viewbotting service. I see no purpose behind that because again, I make fuck all from ad revenue. Engaging viewbots is not going to help me at all. It'll boost me in the algorithm, which would be nice, but I don't fucking care. Maybe like so many people that do viewbots do it to fuck with people. Like maybe maybe these people that do viewbots will viewbot a stream, and then as the streamer's views go up, maybe they'll contact the streamer and say, hey, that was a sample of the kind of views you can get. Do you want to engage my service? I legit don't know. Realistically, I'm kind of talking out of my ass here because when it comes to the viewbot space in terms of the people who make the viewbots and why they do it and why they send viewbots, etc., this is something I don't know. I'm only on the receiving end of where viewbot crackdowns could be impacting lurkers in my community, and that's where my concern is. And yeah, Conga, I heard that once the viewbotting got cracked down on, Kai went pretty fucking quiet. I did hear about that. What that means, I had no idea. It does beg the question, did some of his accolades that he received, I think the question there is, like, did some of the accolades that he received come from bots? So... Oh, I didn't realize that Mousy needed vindication. Was this something that people were saying that Mousy was viewbotting? Which, if anybody knows Mousy, would know that's bullshit, but... some fans do it to push past Mousy. Well, that's what I'm referencing, Revan. Is like using the viewbots to make him the most viewed streamer on Twitch, and that could also lead into gifted subs, and etc., etc., etc.
Agencies need a percentage from ad streams. Their talent does. By inflating their streamers, they can still sell massive ad packages in bulk and take in the much higher sums. To put it simply, fraud. So yeah, obviously SQC is kind of referring to OTK there, who obviously bought a lot of their talent. They say this doesn't seem like a problem for most people, but it is the silent killer. It kills the industry as a whole. It lowers discoverability for smaller streamers significantly and cuts down their income if they ever make it at all, which is true.
Well, and he's referring to ad revenue on that one. When it cuts down on their income, I'm going to say this flat out. If you are a streamer, don't rely on ad revenue. Don't. Relying upon ad revenue as a streamer it's not going to work. I've never relied upon ad revenue from the first moment I started streaming. Ever. I never thought that I would make any kind of significant money from ad revenue. I mean, Asmin, yeah. Well, okay, Dragon, to your point, Asmon does not choose to have ad revenue. For a long time, and I think he still does, Asmon would not run ads and would not do subs and would not do bits. I'm pretty sure I don't know if he still doesn't do subs. He may do subs now. I don't know for sure. I think he still does not do bits. And there's only ads run on his site because Twitch has forced it. It's because of Asmon that ads have become mandatory on Twitch for everybody. It's because of Asmon. Because for a very long time, he did not do ads at all. He did no ads, he did no subs, he did no bits. And then Twitch forced the ads onto Asmon. He may have engaged subs after that so people can be able to watch him ad-free, but that's the only reason why. Because unfortunately, he did kind of screw everybody with that. Because with Asmon, he was costing Twitch like tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars per stream because he was not doing ads. And then because of that, that's when Twitch forced ads on everyone. You now no longer have, as a Twitch streamer, you do not have the option to remove ads from your stream, unfortunately.
I think that obviously it sucks that a lot of people are getting caught in the crossfire and a lot of smaller streamers are losing some viewers, but at the same time it does also help smaller streamers in the sense that all of these people that are buying bots and are in a position that they can just buy bots for the rest of their career, they're not so able to do that anymore. But obviously, bot companies find a way around it, so we're probably going to still see many people that bot in the space. So I did some digging and found and shared some findings and found some egregious instances of streamers going from 100 viewers to 5,000 overnight. Obviously, this is one of them. As you can see, they've got 5,000 peak viewers, and they've only gotten like 0 to 1 follower to 5 followers, which is absolutely insane. It said this post slash thread will go nowhere, no one will care either, but I didn't post about it. I'd be mad at myself. At least I didn't try to raise some form of awareness about it before it's too late. I'm going to bed in a few days. In a few days, people will be calling me schizo over this. But yeah, obviously, I think it's a very fair enough tweet. And obviously, yeah, it's been a big problem that has been going on at the moment. But also, I went through and had a look at some of the top VTubers in the space, literally just looking through Twitch's top streamers and just like clicking on any VTuber. We got Iron Mouse, obviously. Now, obviously, I think it is important to kind of also realize that a lot of these, VTubers are coming off the back of something. Maybe, obviously, as we know, Iron Mouse has been involved in a lot of kind of stuff recently, so her viewership is going to be inflated because a lot of people are going over to see, how she is and what's going on. So again, obviously, I don't think Imus is the best example for this, but as you can see, she is kind of dropping a little bit in average viewers. The same with Zentreya, dropping a little bit. Henya, sorry, well, I don't know what that. Henya, as you can see, it went down by a little bit as well, and also we've got Megalodon here, which has also gone down too. So obviously, it is very, very small changes. It's nothing like drastic. I think that's what a lot of people kind of forget as well. That it is a kind of like small change.
Rosie.
It's nothing, huge. But obviously that small change becomes a lot bigger whenever it comes to smaller streamers as well. But yeah, I mean, there's many reasons as well. This isn't...
Wait. Okay, I want to see what Rosie was saying. I thought he was going to read out. Let's see. I think I may know what the new Twitch bot is targeting. Below, I will explain my speculation and how you can check it for yourself and see if you come to a conclusion. Wild possibilities, but I actually think it's not counting people with ad blockers on Twitch who aren't subbed and checks it for every time an ad break happens. If you're wondering why some people are affected more than others, that could be why. Most ad blocks people use are on PC, not mobile. So the more mobile regular users they have, the less the bot will change. Less the bot change will affect you in those cases. Interesting. The amount of PC users per streamer who use ad blocks can vary a lot, but I can give you a general rule of thumb that can help you as a rough estimate. I didn't think ad blockers were working on Twitch's ads. I was always given the impression that ad blocks don't actually work on Twitch. I don't think they have for, at least I didn't think they had for a while, Cortanis. Like, maybe in the earlier days it might have worked, but I thought that ad blocks now did it now. I do know that, who was it from Badger's crew. I know that Skulker uses like some kind of ad block that does block Twitch ads. I have no idea what he uses, but I don't think the majority of them do. Before Chrome killed the feature, they did. Cortana's, how long ago was that Chrome killed that feature? Out of curiosity. There's probably a couple that still work, but I've never tried. Yeah, Terrain, I think there may be some out there. Like I said, Skulkers talked about he uses ad blockers on Twitch that work. Up until a few months ago. Okay. All right. And Firefox did have an app that worked as well. Okay. You have to go through Tamper Monkey to do it. Ah! Okay. All right. The amount of PC users. Okay. On Twitch dashboard, you can look at percentage users on mobile versus PC. I may look at that. Take the PC percentage and figure out a rough number that is of your CCV overall. Okay. This number is how many people would be affected at the maximum if every person on PC was using ad blocks. Your change in viewerships since Twitch's bots drop would be around 50 people not counted or less. Okay. If true, everyone would be affected differently. So if you're a streamer more affected, it's not because you did anything wrong and made it occur. Okay.
As well. But yeah, I mean, there's many reasons as well. This isn't to kind of, obviously call out any VTubers. Obviously, I don't think IMS has had any of these problems, but I've seen many VTubers in the space, some of the top VTubers, for example, take some sponsors, especially with gacha games and things. And, there was a specific point in time, and even Tecto mentions this in his video, there's a specific point in time, which I believe was the 21st of August, and essentially, yeah, like there was a moment where the viewbots, the viewbot like detection system kind of kicked in, and it like for some reason it just decided to hit everybody at the same time, and obviously I guess that's just because they decided to do it then. But essentially, we saw a big dip in people's viewership go down because obviously,
Alistair, you deserve this. Sorry, it had to be done.
for some people, as you know, like this screen here, this is just an example of the screen that I'm trying to show you. Like maybe someone would have like 12K on one day here.
Oh, Caucasian, I'll try and answer this for you. I was trying to use the ads manually during my live stream while I was on break, but then Twitch started hitting my viewers with 10-minute ads out of nowhere while my show was on. I know everyone hates that, so how am I supposed to get viewers to watch me if I can't turn off ad? And Twitch automatically hits my viewers with 5 and 10-minute ads. I feel damned if I do, damned if I don't, and if I don't, that's not fair. Caucasian, I get it. You're not the only one. This is it. Like, bear in mind. Bear in mind, I think what used to be where you can manually engage an ad would basically delay the next ad that would be coming. But Twitch has, thank you, Dragon. Twitch has come out and said that they are trying to increase their revenue as a company by increasing ads. So Twitch is actually increasing the amount of ads that it will have on a streamer's channel to increase the profits of Twitch. They want to increase Twitch's profitability, so it is around 60, I think it was like 60+% of Twitch's profits they're looking to have come from ads. Don't deck me, I didn't do anything wrong. So I think they're increasing the ads on their streams, on their streamers' streams, because Twitch wants 60% of the company's revenue to come from ads. And the only way to do that, and I've talked about this before, is to dramatically increase the number of ads that occur during a stream. And unfortunately, you as the streamer probably don't have much that you can, there's probably not much that you can do about it, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish I had a better explanation for you, one that could help you, but that's what it is. As Twitch tries to do, as Twitch becomes more reliant upon ad revenue for their company's profits, that's going to impact the streamers themselves and just force more ads And that way Twitch is basically going to either get more money from ad revenue or they're going to get more money from the subscriptions. Either way, Twitch is getting money. So it's an attempt to increase Twitch's profits. And Atanashi, feel free to say that. I can't say that because Twitch will block me if I say that. Yeah, it's the best explanation I can come up with, Kokichin. Like, if I was to trigger, I can trigger an ad myself right now through OBS, but I can't snooze an ad. It's giving me no snoozes. I can trigger an ad, but I honestly, the only thing I think that will do, according to my OBS, is if I was to trigger an ad right now, what it does is it will disable the pre-rolls. So I have like 7 minutes right now. If I was to engage an ad, then an ad would play on my stream, and it would disable pre-roll ads for the next like hour or something, or half hour or something. But it would not delay when the next ad kicks in, because yeah, Twitch is all in on ads for company revenue.
This is just an example of the screen that I'm trying to show you. Like maybe someone would have like 12k on one day here, and then it'll go down to like 9k, 8k, whatever on the next day, right? But there's some people that were streaming.
Sorry, Kazahana. Garrett, pre-roll ads is basically when someone joins my stream and they are not subscribed, they'll get like a 30-second or a minute ad when they first join the stream before my stream actually kicks in on screen. That's what a pre-roll is. So pre-roll ad is the ad rolls when someone clicks on my stream, an ad will play before the stream actually begins. Yeah.
9k, 8k, whatever on the next day, right? But there's some people that were streaming mid-bot kind of, I guess, whenever they were destroying a lot of the bots, right? And you could see the graph actually physically drop on the stream itself, which is very interesting because obviously there's two kind of sides to that. And Tectone also shows that on his stream as well whenever looking at some other accounts. I don't know if he shows it on the actual video, but he did go through a couple of accounts that are essentially doing that. And you can see there's a very significant drop in views, and you can even see with Miskif there's a big drop in views here as well.
That's a major drop.
Again, obviously there's many people also experiencing that too, and I saw that happen with a couple of VTubers. Now, is it to say that these VTubers are botting and that they're the worst people on earth and things like that? No. And obviously that is why I'm not mentioning any of the streamers' names that were doing the sponsored things and got a big dip in their viewership on the actual sponsorship themselves. It was none of these streamers that are here. These are literally just some of the top VTubers that I just pulled up on Twitch Tracker. But there are some other VTubers that did drop significantly in views midway through a sponsored segment, and yeah, that was mainly due to the fact that a lot of gacha games and a lot of similar sponsors like this like to bot their streamers whenever they're doing it live, whether the streamer themselves knows about it or doesn't know about it. And that's why I didn't want to say any of their names or anything, because obviously it's a problem whenever some people don't know whether they've done it with intent and they've purposely gone out and viewbotted their stream to give you the illusion that they've got more viewers.
Really, Ninja Gato, they fixed. Are you referring to they fixed the anti-view bots going after like lurkers and stuff? Is that what you're referencing? Oh, you mean the bots got fixed to bypass the Twitch's view botting efforts? Is that what you mean? That the botters now have a workaround to bypass Twitch's efforts to stop the view botting? I'm not surprised. If that's what you're saying, I'm not at all surprised. Twitch has got got like a focus on a lot of things. They don't have a singular focus. Yeah, Lacey's back to 20k again because the bots seem to be back. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me because the viewbotter creators, that is their whole thing. And so when Twitch throws up a roadblock, their sole focus is getting around that roadblock, and they're smart. These are smart individuals. That's how they came up with the view bots in the first place. So and they can focus all their time and attention on getting around these roadblocks, whereas Twitch has to not only deal with view bots, they have to deal with everything else that comes in the company, and they probably don't have a very big team working on the IT on the back end to address, to address Jesus fuck to address things like view botting in addition to all of the other system issues that they need to address, whereas the view botters can focus solely on the view bots and focus getting around, getting around all of the roadblocks that are in place. So it doesn't surprise me. It's the same thing with like the ad blocker people. Every time YouTube tries to do ad block to try and stop ad block, the ad blockers, this is their whole thing. They're diving in and they're doing workarounds, and in short order they will out a new patch to get around the blocks that YouTube puts up in terms of ad block. Same thing with the view botters. All they do is work on these bots, and so they can, whenever they get a roadblock, they can focus solely on getting around this roadblock. And so it's going to be a never-ending game of cat and mouse with this.
But also you do have the case of other companies, fans, things like that are also botting, and also some people just do it for fun, and sometimes there's just bots about on Twitch as well, which just kind of circulate around in these websites. So again, any of these streamers that you see having a big dip, I think it's not...
Well, sorry, Kazahana. Yeah, Ninjagato, that was the big fear, is that when Twitch initially rolled this out to try and go up against view bots, because their advertisers were probably slapping them, amongst other reasons why the advertisers are slapping them, they went so hard that they started booting actual people. Like people, like actual human beings that were in someone's stream and just didn't work talking a lot, were getting booted out of streams, and under the auspice that the AI thought that they were view bots. And so they went too hard, and then they've tried to dial it back, and yeah, it's a shit show with Twitch right now.
Again, any of these streamers that you see having a big dip, I think it's not exactly the safest thing to exactly assume that they have been botting and assume that they have been purposefully doing any of this kind of stuff, because they haven't. Like 9 times out of 10, I would say they haven't. Now, obviously, whenever it comes to a lot of the as we saw, like Mizkif and OTK and stuff, that's totally, it seems like it was kind of, they planned that. They worked with OTK to get with like viewbots and things to a lot of their talents accounts. So again, obviously that was purposeful, but I think in the case of a lot of YouTubers, at least from what I've seen on Twitch Tracker, it seems to be around the time that they're doing an advert for some kind of game or whatever. That seems to be the point when the view.
Yeah, Ninjagato, exactly. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Is that lurkers don't contribute to viewership. And the only way, and basically the way for lurkers to bypass what Twitch is doing, basically erroneously not counting lurkers as viewers, is once an hour, spend channel points on something, or type something in chat, and then you'll be retained as a viewer. That's basically the one workaround for an actual chatter to be counted as a view these days.
Viewership goes up. So obviously it is a little bit suspicious, but at the same time, again, many companies just do that. Many games companies, if they're sponsoring you, will artificially boost your viewership due to this. But obviously, it can look extremely suspicious whenever, obviously those bots get hit midway through stream, when it's not actually you botting it, it's not the streamer botting it, it's people from the outside. And as I said, there's many other people with many other reasons as to why they would bot a streamer. So again, as I said, it's...
Yeah. Caucasian, I know, and that's why I don't ask for it. You will not, other than when I joke about it, and you guys take me fucking seriously for some reason. Other than when I joke about it, I don't ask for follows. I don't ask for subs. I don't ask for bits. I don't ask for fucking anything, other than you guys just have a good time in my stream. That's the only thing I ask for. It's why I've never had counters for, hey, help me reach X amount of subs, help me reach X amount of followers. That's why I've never done that. So, yeah, thank you, Balmate. Wait, Balmate, you weren't followed? Did they unfollow you? Yeah, Twitch has done that. Oy. Twitch unfortunately is known to do that because they're Bowmage. It's happened to me too. Other VTubers that I followed, like friends of our channel that I followed, and all of a sudden I'm like not following them. It happens. They clear a cache or something, I think. So it's all right. It's all right. I know you didn't unfollow me. Don't worry about it. I won't ask for any follows, any subs, any bits, any nothing. I don't ask for any of that. Because the only thing I want is for people to come in and enjoy my stream. That's all I want. The only time I've talked about subs is when I've joked about it, and I have joked about it, and then you guys decide to slap the fuck out of me with them, which I do dearly appreciate, but I am joking when I do that. I'm not begging you guys for anything.
It's one of these things where there shouldn't exactly be a witch hunt for all of these people. Now, obviously, if there is like undeniable proof that they have.
Thank you. Kibble. Guys, both for the gift and skip the. Thank you, loves. Thank you for 5 war. And why do you guys do this? Why do you guys do this to me? Squeaking! Thank you for the 1,000 biddy squeaky. Thank you. Guys doing this to me? Why? Turismo! Thank you for 10 more. Thank you for gifteds. Guys, seriously, you guys are not helping my cause here when I say I just want you to have fun, and I'm deliberately telling you, you don't need to sub. I deliberately tell you guys this. I don't want. Thank you, Shadow. And thank you, Gentrak. Thank you, guys. Dragon Trucker. Thank you, Dragon Trucker. Thank you. Gaggle Fingers, I will stream. I don't stream for the subs and the bits. I stream for the fun of it because I love spending time with you guys. That's why I stream. It's why I've always streamed it. I will continue to stream. But thank you guys for them. Thank you so much. I know. And Mars, I love you guys too. Thank you guys so much. Oh God, and another one. Dragon, thank you. I said no magic word. I will deny. I said no magic word. I did not. I didn't even pretend like I was asking for it. I did not even pretend like I was asking for subs. I didn't even make the joke. I was giving examples.
Been botting themselves and they go out and admit the fact that that is happening, then obviously, yeah, sure, go ahead. You can criticize them.
Thank you,
but I think for now,
Kendrak.
we've got to be a little bit careful when it comes to any kind of streamer or VTuber in general that obviously has a little bit of a dodgy kind of analytics chart. Now, obviously, you know, as we look at some of these on Twitch Tracker, you can actually go and look up at your favorite VTuber or to stream or whatever. Again, this is just an example. iMouse's looks pretty normal. I would say like these little kind of bits here is a little bit suspicious. But at the same time, again, there is many fluctuations of people wanting to bot people, and even like Tectone said in his video, there's some people that like to just bot like innocent people just for fun. You know, there was a situation he said where essentially Canute, you know, like the big gym streamer, he was just streaming one day, and some dude on 4chan was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go bot him because I feel like it. You know, I'm just gonna go give him a couple of views," which obviously, you know,
that's what I'm talking about. Where you guys were asking, why would stream botters just go onto random streamers? There's for example, what he was just talking about. Some guy on 4chan just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go view bot this guy just because. And this user on 4chan just decided to send view bots to a person's stream literally for fun. So sometimes, it's not that people are buying view bots to try and boost their channel. Sometimes you get people that have view bots and like literally for fun will just throw bots at a stream just for fun. There is your answer.
Can also happen. So there's many people out there that do that kind of stuff. And as you can see here, this is a pretty usual kind of view count. And obviously it jumped up quite a bit during like just chatting, but obviously as well you got to like factor in raids and things. So that could also be raid.
Yes, like that swarm we had on Friday, like the dual swarm of 50 million followers, and then the spam chat on Kick. Yeah, it's it's either. And again, like the 4chan user that the 4chan user that he was just referencing, may have actually been doing it for altruistic reasons. Like the example he gave may have been someone just going like actually being altruistic and said, you know what, I'm gonna throw a couple view bots their way and up their numbers a little bit to give them some more views. And it could have actually been done in a positive way, not a negative way. And then you have the negatives, like what I experienced on my Kick stream on Friday when we actually got bot attacked and I had like 100 bots come into my channel and follow and then start spamming shit into my channel. It can happen for both reasons.
Like going from 8K to 12K, that is probably a raid in my
that too, right, Yard Dog?
As far as I know, because obviously you can see it goes here and then it slowly goes down a little bit, and that's usually how you can tell the difference between a raid and a bot. A bot would usually go straight up and then it would literally just go, it would maintain mostly throughout the entire time. And obviously some bots are more kind of, I guess, evasive in the fact that some of them pretend to drop off and stuff over time, so you can't tell as easily. But as you can see, I think even with this one as well, yeah, you can see it suddenly jump up, which is probably going to be the raid, and then you can see people slowly leaving and then going back to normal again. And the same with that probably, and the same with that. So again, obviously, there's many reasons as to why a view count can be jumpy, and I think that is the case for Iron Mouse and some of these other streamers here as well. But it is definitely a fact that some viewers have been missing, whether that's to do with, obviously, as well, the other factor being that real viewers are also being taken out of the picture for not interacting, which obviously is something that a lot of people don't talk about either. It's the fact that, yeah, there's some people.
Wait, Heckle, this could be important. My friend who is the most say-so VTuber was hit with a strike by Twitch for sexual content, even though she never does anything remotely sexual at all, because some guy apparently did not like the fact that they got banned for spamming sexual stuff in her chat and mass reported her to Twitch, and of course her appeal got denied because it went straight to their stupid AI. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, because unfortunately her name wasn't Hassan. Because if it happens with Hassan, they just ignore it. God. Heckle, I feel so bad for your friend on that one.
Who lurk, and some people who don't interact maybe in the chat, but that obviously means that then Twitch doesn't count their views sometimes, which is causing a lot of these VTubers and a lot of these creators to lose viewership as well, which also sucks. So again, obviously that is pretty much a whole update on the situation. I thought it's pretty crazy as this has been taking off recently, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys some context behind it, and why you might be seeing a big viewer drop, and why you shouldn't go and attack VTubers in some random fashion just because their viewership is getting lower. Again, it's not always their fault. Most of the time I don't think it's their fault, at least I would like to believe that. So again, it's just one of these things where some of the bots are being.
You want to know it's a good indication of people that do use view bots versus people that are victim of view bots? Their attitude. If you join a stream and that streamer is cocky as hell and they act like they're king or queen shit, and they kind of have this gross superiority complex during their stream, and they have a lot of and they have a high view count, good chance they're view botting. If the person is just a normal, if they're just streaming and they're just doing normal, engaging content, having fun with the people that are in their stream, trying to talk with the people in their stream and just having a good old time, and they like their view count kind of shoots up, chances are they did not solicit that view bot. It's basically the self-important asshats like jackass, dumbass, correct, Atanashi, that will actually buy view bots because their attitude sucks so much that people won't normally join their streams because they don't want to actually watch people like that. So they view bot to get their numbers up to boost their metrics. People that are just normal fucking people that just stream because they want to have fun, have a good time, and make sure that the people watching the streams have a good time, won't solicit view bots. Because their intention is not to up those numbers. Their intention is simply to just have a good time and make sure that the people that are part of the stream are having a good time.
Cleared out. Some people aren't getting counted,
Oh,
and it's a big mixing pot of
thank you for the
different
follow.
kind of, I guess, reasons as to why this has happened. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
Okay. So yeah, it's if there's one thing that you can be absolutely certain of when it comes to the bots and Twitch's efforts to remove the bots is Twitch will overcorrect. Every time, Twitch will overcorrect. And the streamers are going to be the ones to suffer because of it, unfortunately. I hate it, but that is going to be what's done. And the only thing that we can do is try and ride it out. I know that you guys are not bots, and that's what matters.
It sucks this is affecting lurkers because I am more or less a lurker, but that might be in part due to me being autistic.
Kite, I hate the fact that it does too. Because I love people that lurk. Because it means that I am entertaining people. It means that people enjoy my stream enough that they want to join just to watch and listen. And they're happy doing that. And I hate that Twitch is basically making problems for lurkers like this. And you know what? Like I said, if you're lurking in my stream and Twitch doesn't boot you because it thinks that you're a bot, I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly happy if you want to lurk, if you want to not say a word and just watch. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all I care about.